second attempt at recording this video. I can't speak. It's like I have a lisp. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna eat a frozen pea. This is gonna help. Much better. Hello, my name is Stir Crazy. You've gone stir crazy. You probably haven't. That's probably gonna be my intro. And you have not come to this video for what the title is. That did not help. Because you probably don't even know what that title's about. So let me explain. But first, let me tell you something that has been on my mind for quite a while, because I honestly have no other way to get it out there. So, there's a man on a plane. He jumps out of the plane. But he forgets his parachute. On the way down, he sees a pigeon. What does he do? Pause the video right now and tell your answer to someone, or write it in the comments. Preferably write it in the comments. And if you want to tell it to someone, do. And you've done that now? Okay. The answer is he grabs the pigeon and he eats it. He doesn't... Well, he might answer browse. I don't know. I've never eaten a pigeon whole before. Not many people probably have, come to think of it. But the title of this video is TOTC, the Plot Explained. TOTC. That stands for Time of the Clones. Time of the Clones is a series created by my friend Dade on YouTube. Yeah, I said that right. On YouTube. His username is Day7485. You can find him in my channels page. And I have a cold. I had a really coarse voice earlier today. I don't know if I've already said that. I'm honestly losing track of the 2 separate recordings I've done of this. But I'm here to explain the plot, eating teriyaki chicken and frozen peas. Okay. No more of that creepiness. Okay, so this may come as, well, not a surprise, but like, there are gonna be spoilers. Go watch that series if you haven't. I can put a link to it in the description if you really need that, but it's easy. I don't really need to. Go to my channels, click on the one that says Day7485, it has a mustache monocle face, DAY7485, and go to his playlists, and there's going to be one called Time of the Clones and one called Number 7. By the time you're seeing this, there might be another one, but I'm assuming, although assuming is nothing but being an ass to you and me, I can't remember who told me that for the life of me. But, yeah. I'm assuming that you have watched that now, so spoilers ahead. Okay, some of the bits in that series come before or after what's going on. So I'm going to start from the beginning. In the beginning, there's a scientist dude with a background in a super secret agent league. And that's played by me, of course, because I am a smarty McSmarty pants. Both in the thing and in real life, not to brag. Well, no, I am bragging. It's a backdoor brag if you've seen any TV commercial ever. But calling yourself a smarty pants isn't a good thing. I did hit my nose. But, okay, it starts out with the scientist dude, played by me. We're going to call him Tim, because that is my name, and his name in the flippin' thing. He calls Day, the original Day, and he says, hey, I'm going to send you these blueprints for this cloning machine and all the different numbers you have to put in to produce the different types of clones. Oh my gosh, this is so dying. And just build it, because I'm too lazy. And so, he builds it, but he accidentally puts 2 9s in the original code. I can't change that, because it's the base code. Well, no, he could but he's way too lazy. He's a good engineer, he's a lazy engineer. He's a good engineer and a lazy one. So he builds this cloning factory, says some really backward stuff, and accidentally does the first clone of himself with the 2 9s. Now, the 2 9s give this clone immortality and a murderous instinct. Because, why the heck not? Plot device. I'm guessing this video is going to be long, considering it's already 5.5 minutes. More if you're a flippin' ADHD person. Well, not ADHD, OCD. And Dave's going to correct me and say it might be OCPD. And then I'm going to say some unsavory words. No, I'm not gonna. I'm a nice person, but I'm going to come very close to. And I'm probably going to call him a Tinkerwaggle. Chicken is a good voice modulator. Makes me sound like Batman. That was a horrible Batman voice. Let me try again. Batman! Oh my god. No, I can do a good Batman voice, just not right now because I'm sick. Although it doesn't look like that because I'm acting more optimistic than usual. Have you noticed that my microphone's better? My microphone isn't better. In fact, my microphone that I use to record is here. So what microphone am I recording with right now? That's an iPad. You're looking at me through an iPad. Well, no, you're looking at me through your computer screen and hence so through the camera of the iPad. But it's better than anything else I can record with. And I could, like, just take the audio out of this in some editing software and, like, match it up with a video of me playing video games, but I'm too lazy and don't have editing software. Well, no, I do have editing software. The problem is that editing software is iMovie. I feel really, really sad right now. No, I don't. But anyway. So he's like, okay, those 2 9s should have made you immortal, so I'm going to shoot you in the face. And of course he says he shot him in the heart, but that's amateur Dade right there. Although he would beg to differ. And so he survives the shot through the head or heart or whatever. I was like, okay, my executioner is immortal, that's good. So, like, it jump cuts a little bit ahead, and people start turning into elephants and whatever. I'm lucky. This is not very professional, but then again, when am I ever professional? I did an audioless Minecraft build, it's pretty normal, but I did it in survival, I'm an idiot. I have said some pretty idiotic stuff. But, hey, you know what? I get cringy very easily, so maybe it wasn't that bad. I wonder if you guys could hear that. What should I call you? Because there's got to be an easier way of saying people who have gone stir crazy. Which you obviously haven't. You're probably much more intelligent than I am. But stir crazy is being in a place for so long that you go crazy. Or no, doing nothing for so long. I don't know. I know what it means, it's hard to explain. And you probably also know what it means, so you don't need to know what it means. Only you know what... Chicken. That was some comic relief for you right there. What the heck? Okay. Moving on. This video is 9 minutes, and it's like 8 minutes too long. But, okay. So, professionalness from here on out. But he's like, okay. So he's defending the place. All's going well except evil cloning facility. Which is that's not what my character meant it to be. Okay? He meant for the clones to... I don't know what he meant for it. He probably meant it to be this bad. Selling workers. But eventually the rebel clones built up, and clone number 1 joined them. And my character, in the third and final episode, which will become a tradition, showed up and said, "Hey, you help us, and let's do this." Oh no, he was already escaping, but like, he's like, "Hey, okay, come over here, let's do some stuff." So, earlier, okay, this is when it gets really confusing. Earlier, number 1 had been shot, and I believe there was some, like, ketchup blood that he was very happy to show off. And he didn't actually die from that, is the thing. Because in the third part, he comes back and he's all like, "Time to die!" And that time he actually died. And the cloning machine's gone, so people who are trying to steal the cloning machine and destroy it aren't. They're trying to destroy the code and steal the code. And maybe a hint towards something. But here's the thing. So, we're fighting this clone army. And clone number 2 is assumed to be die. I can't speak English. Now, I have not yet finished watching the TOTC prequel video that he just made. So I do not know everything. Oh, no, I do know everything about this because I half made it. We worked together to make it. So, like, I guess I half made it. Maybe like 7/16 made it. But, like, I know what's going on, so I can relatively certainly tell you about this. So they beat up the army, you know what happens. They win. Number 2 is presumed to be dead. And here's where we get into the really weird stuff. Okay, the first part was a bit hard to follow. So was the second part. The third part of the first trilogy was pretty easy. Alright, now we get into the second trilogy, number 7. The trilogy is called number 7. It's the second trilogy. It's confusing. It's about clone number 7. Yeah, they all have numbers. Did I mention that? So the first clone, the executioner, end up turning to the good side. But alright, in the first part of number 7, number 2 is turned out to be alive, and number 3 is turned out... And number 3 is working for a rebel army who rebelled against the rebels, so I guess they're just the regulars again? I don't know, they're the rebels that aren't the originals. Dang it, it's like if Star Wars... Oh no, I'm not going to do a Star Wars analogy, I barely know anything about Star Wars, which in and of itself is horrible since I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt! Oh my gosh, my nose! I apologize, Star Wars shirt. I apologize. But explaining plot, this is already longer than any of my other videos because Bandicam recording limit. Luckily, I can still post this because it's recorded with an iPad, not Bandicam. So, in part 1, it's like, "Oh, you're alive!" Well, I guess I just bled to unconsciousness because that's a thing. It's like, they go around being super cool people, and they're like, "Yeah, swag, blah, blah, blah." And all of a sudden, a new threat arises. Rises, I don't know. But clone number 7, because this is focused around, this is based off, like, something made by someone else. And here's the deal. So, clone number 7 gets knocked out, and he wakes up in Tempest and Lyric's house. And number 1 is also imprisoned in Tempest and Lyric's house. Now they bust number 1 out, and he has succumbed to the murderous instinct inside of him. And he starts fighting them. Arm dusters. And so they do some really horrible choreography on Tempest and Lyric's part. not to offend them if they're watching this. Which, to be honest, they're some of the most likely people to be watching this, but I wouldn't expect them to be. And if you do watch this, and I sound like an idiot for saying that, please forgive me. Who knows? Maybe Dade will watch this and tell them to watch it. I don't know. Just be professional, Tim. So they fight, and all of a sudden it's just down to me and him to stop this. The clones are just like and so it's me and him, and we fight, and clone number 7's like, nope, I'm out of here. So it's just me and number 1. And he says some dramatic stuff. And there's a pun, which almost probably none of you got. In part 3 of number 7, this is like really deep. Clone number 1 is immortal unless he kills himself. So, we have to force him to kill himself. But since he's immortal, what music plays when we introduce him in part 3? Fall Out Boy, Immortals. It's a joke. He's immortal. Fall Out Boy, Immortals. Fine. You know what? One person laughed. I guarantee it. And they're probably the person who didn't find it out at all. And didn't find anything suspicious. No one probably found anything suspicious. What is going on with my eyelids? I don't know, they're like folding together. That's probably normal. I mean, I hear like it's a desired look in somewhere in Asia or something. I don't know. It's like eyelid glue and eyelid tape, and I don't understand it. Apparently I just have it. I don't even know if that's what it is. It might just be like the top of my eyes collapsing down on my eyelids, but I don't know anything, so you know what? Don't look at my eyelids. This is supposed to be professional. But, okay. That's supposedly the last part. Now, just a couple hours ago, I think, as if this is being recorded, not posted. I think, at least, because I just found it. He's all like, I'm gonna post a flippin' video that pre-logs this. And I have not finished watching that video yet, so that's something you can go and make of it for yourself. Because I know what happens, but I'm not supposed to tell you. I will tell you one thing. Go in the description and go down the full description. There will be a long blank page. It looks like there aren't comments. Read the description and scroll all the way down to the bottom. There'll be a word there waiting for you, and I'm not allowed to tell you what it means. Make of it what you will. Conspiracy theorize all to yourself. No, you can do it publicly with other fans of this. But go watch that video for yourself. There's been some hidden storylines in there. I'm sure this explains something to some people. It probably wasn't the best job, and I'll go back and remake this when the series is all finished and done. Yep, it's not over, and you probably already know that. But I'll remake this. I'll get him in on it, him as in Dade. Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna say anything more except this one hint. I like to break the fourth wall a bit. And it hasn't happened yet. Make that what you will. Stir Crazy out.